Alright guys, how's it going? I'm the Awesome Soul, and I'm joined by the one and only Theurgist. Say
What's up,
hello.
guys?
Indeed. So, as promised, I am actually showing his station off.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So it's currently
Oh, well,
under
they
construction.
haven't seen your ship, have they? You've just created this. Or is
No,
this?
they've seen my ship. It wasn't finished though last time. So,
Ah,
yeah, it's completely done. I added a bit more
nice.
detail on the back thrusters, so it's not pure white.
Yeah.
And I'll
Uh,
hop in here. I have 15% efficiency ion, so that's going to buff my shields, or at least they're going to take less damage. And then overdrive, I also have that, so it bumps my top speed up to 177, as opposed to the
nice.
server cap of 150.
And this is a reasonable sized ship as well, so that's pretty decent.
Yeah, so, little update to our classifications. This is now considered a frigate, not a cruiser.
Yes.
Yeah, so cruisers are now one step above frigates, which is this used to be called a cruiser, but now we've bumped it up because we're adding more ship classifications. So we decided to. Well, actually, I wasn't here for that discussion. So what was your thinking behind it?
Um, well, half of the things we just needed some stopgap between there and gigantically massive. So we came up with several names on the scale. You see, like the ones which don't have the ratings filled in yet, because we haven't really worked out what we think would be reasonable for it.
Yeah, yeah,
And yeah, we want to also take the requirement for warp away from the smaller ones. So, because we're going to be building relatively large warp gates, might as well let ships make use of them without needing to, carry their own drives.
yeah, exactly.
If we're going new places, it will be still quite handy.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, I think the thing is though, you need reliable warp drives. There's a difference between reliable warp drives and just plain old
Mm,
warp drives. This thing has a
yeah.
warp drive, but it's got one module, so it takes ages to charge. But it definitely helps. Like getting over
That
here would be a pain in the ass if I didn't have it.
even just having it on the ships, an emergency get out of jail card, which is quite handy.
Yeah, exactly. That's always nice to have.
If you have a look around the station, you see, well, in the centre there's the really large power rod thing, or
Yeah,
sort of minerals or whatever else. It's got a pipeline from the miner. There's
yeah. Let me just
shuttle.
follow it here. It goes right there. Yeah. So it's. Does it have a purpose, or is it just for looks?
That's just for looks.
Ah,
I've worked out where I want the bottom of it to be, but the top I'm not sure yet, so I haven't rounded it or anything.
yeah. I really like it though.
Yeah, I like to make these things have some sort of gimmicky features and that sort of thing. If I could have had items or stuff flowing through here, that I would definitely have done that.
Yeah,
Um, and
yeah.
this is
Well,
like
it
the
makes sense
actually.
since you like to build excavator class ships a lot.
Yep,
So like a big huge pipeline going through your station makes sense. Like it fits with your
exactly.
theme.
And it's the same theme I've used on the top of the thing. So this is like the mother load version, and that's just miniature processing.
Ah,
This is where it
yeah.
all gets funneled into the factory portion. There's all these shuttle and runabout bays around the outside for people to get here and get close enough to the shop module, which will be somewhere in the central core hidden. And yeah, it's going to be a shop basically, shop factory.
Yeah. Well, it's called the Urgy Mart. So
Yep.
yeah. So I've just sort of zoomed out a bit, and just to give some comparison between my ship and your ship. They're on the same plane, like the same line. They're docked on the same line, but
Yeah, good grief.
definite
Yeah,
size
making
difference
that
there.
dock was annoying. It was really annoying. I kept having, I had to position the ship there and keep building it out until it looked right and kept trying. I was, oh no, it's a little bit not wide enough. Ugh. I still got to make a shibby moon dock at the bottom there.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
So
these
does
things
that
are the
thing
wrong
have a
dimensions for.
classification yet?
It's just a weird shape and
Ah,
size and that. It's like
okay.
99, 101 wide, 99 high, and I think 120 odd long. I think. Yeah, it's just not really within the range of any of their shapes or sizes.
Ah, yeah.
It's so this is why once it gets to a certain point, the size and that becomes less important more as to more block count and that sort of thing. We'll have
Yeah.
to work something out which makes sense.
Well, the reason we started it was just simply to let smaller ships dock on larger ships. We needed a proper size for them, so
Yeah,
everything would be compatible instead of being like, "Oh, why doesn't my ship dock on your station?"
yeah,
Oh, you better change that to like every single person in the faction making a request to add something that'll fit their ship. It would be a bit ridiculous.
yeah. All the capital ship type things. That's
Yeah.
you have
Plus,
to
it's
make the
always
main
fun.
base here the shipyard or something. Sheesh.
Ugh, yeah. I mean, yeah. Plus, it's always fun to have like this kind of thing going. Because then you're like, oh, I have so and so ship. I have two of them. I have two of this type and two of this type. And there's my fleet. Or whatever.
Yeah,
Rather than just, I have like a big ship, a small ship, and a medium ship, I guess. I don't know. It's just more fun when it's classified and,
I
you know,
mean
it's like
your fleet. When you use Bobby AI, are there any other orders? Can you get them to follow you? I know
uh,
you can somehow issue orders to them on the fly. So
oh, I haven't even tried those. But,
because if that's the case, we could actually have a fleet of ships fly around with us, not just our capital ships.
yeah, it would be cool. I know LMC is doing a lot of work on his carrier
Mm.
class with drones.
Yeah, but he's been doing a lot of small. He'll be the guy who's going to get rid of all the fighters and that, which will be great. Because
Yeah.
those would be not. Well, I suppose that it wouldn't be that annoying for us because the medium-sized. So your size ship has a drone. Um, that would quite easily be able to deal with the pirates and that,
Yeah.
and all the ship's up to a similar size to itself.
Hmm. I might have to think about doing drones in my next ship, but then again, it all depends on how big I want to make it. I have a general design for physically how I want it to look,
Mm.
but I just don't know how big I'm going to make it yet. Because we're doing a bit of, I guess the size classifications are going through a bit of growing pains.
Partially, yeah.
Yeah, but let me just fire off my brand new missiles here. They are homing, and they home in very quickly, and they're blue, so it's like a plasma volley kind of thing.
Mm.
They, I think they do 2,000, no, 20,000 each, which is pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, because
Oh,
you drain the
what was that?
shields and then you fire the
Look.
missiles. Because 20,000 against a big shield doesn't sound like much, but 20,000 against no shield is a lot. And that's 20,000 per missile. I have two missiles. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this thing turned out. Definitely a big step up from the Viper, which is the same classification, but Viper's that purple ship, if you don't know.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you knew. I'm just talking to the viewers.
Yeah. Ah.
Yeah. So I guess we'll leave it here. Are you happy with what I've shown off? Or is there
Yeah,
anything else I need to show?
that was all that there really is to it at the moment, to be honest.
Okay. So the Mega Shop, I guess we can nickname it.
Well, have you seen how many shops are around us in the sector? If you just hit N, you can see 5 straight away.
Holy crap.
And if you hit P, there's 9 directly around us with another 2 a little distance off. Although
Yeah.
one is admittedly slightly close to the sun.
Yeah, we got an L shape, we got a T shape. Yeah, there's a lot that are really close to the sun, actually. Actually, your
Well,
station's
it's
pretty
only
close,
the one
too.
which is right next to it which is in any danger. The
Oh,
others are
okay.
diagonally enough away, it's not that scary.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, I've been the Awesome Soul, along with Theurgist, and we will see you next time.
Blah.